Hi everyone, Kim here, your local rabbi and minister of Sacred Elohim's Diamond Light and Pearl Ministries. We are starting our first not only devotional, but it's also a series based on the book, The Mystery of the Shemitah by Jonathan Cahn. I put that there so you could see it. We're just going to do an overview right now for this week. I want to get this posted because I've got some other devotionals between now and Sunday I want to get out. So, as I said before, my other video, I'm doing devotionals each week. You can catch me on Instagram where I will do these live, and then later I will have them in podcasts. So, we're going to be talking about the Mystery of the Shemitah by Jonathan Cahn. What is a Shemitah? It's a Sabbath year, or a Shemitah, also called a year of release. A sabbatical year of Shemitah, or year of sevens. The seventh year of, or the 7-year agricultural cycle is what it deals with. It's basically every 7 years there's a Shemitah or Jubilee of your sabbatical cycles in Judaism, where they're based on agriculture. You have 7 years and then the land rests for a year. Okay? So here's what we'll be talking about from the book. Part 1 is the origin of the Shemitah. And in chapter 1, we will be talking about a mystery of the 3,000 years. Chapter 2, the Isaiah key. Chapter 3, the mystery of the 9 harbingers. What is a harbinger? We will get to that later as a discussion. Then part 2, we discuss the mystery of the Shemitah and the 5 keys. The first key, which is chapter 4, is the 7th year. Chapter 5 is the second key, 586 BC, and the judgment sign. What is a sign? Chapter 6 is the third key, the prophetic manifestation of a Shemitah. Chapter 7 is the fourth key, the secret Israel. Chapter 8 is the fifth key, the Tishri connection. What is its connection to Tishri? Then part 3, which will be month 3, we will discuss the mystery of the Shemitah and the key of the catechism. 9 is the fingerprint of the mystery. 10 is the mystery of the 7 crashes. Interesting. 11 is the cycle of Sinai. And 12 is the mystery of the cataclysm. Then we go to month 4, or part 4, is the mystery of the Shemitah and the day of the harbingers. What's a harbinger? 13 is the 9/11 Shemitah. 14 is the Shemitah and the Great Recession. And 15, which is 3 of the 5 new chapters of the book, is the mystery of the sevens. Then part 5, or month 5, we go into the Shemitah and the mystery of the towers. Talking about towers. So chapter 16 is the first tower. Chapter 17, the 4 towers. Chapter 18, the Tower of Hegemon. Chapter 19, the Tower of the Towers. And chapter 20, the last tower. So, a lot of towers in relation. Now, part 6, which will be month 6, will be the mystery of the Shemitah and the rise and fall of nations and empires. So 21 will be the rise of empires, 22, the reigning of empires, and 23, the falling of empires. So we'll learn about empires, and nations, how a Shemitah affects a nation. Month 7, we've got 4 chapters in it. The Shemitah that comes after the manifestation, which is chapter 24. 25 is the decimation of world trade. Chapter 26, the worst year. And chapter 27, the winds of Elul and how they shook the world. Elul, remember. Then part 8 is the last thing. The super Shemitah, the prophetic jubilee, and what comes after. And 29, the final Shemitah. What is the final Shemitah? When is it going to happen? How's it going to happen? That's how he stresses. So as we break these down in the book, The Mystery of the Shemitah, we will learn the harbingers, we will learn the signs, we will learn what the Bible says about these harbingers, and we will learn about how the past plays on the future and it's reciprocal. Because in the Bible, especially in Jewish terms, history repeats itself. It's not linear, it's circular. So it's based on the fall feasts, and it goes in season. So everything is a circle or cyclical. I'm going to cut short here on this series because I'm just giving you the outlines for this. So this is how we're going to be studying. This is how it's going to be done. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, and it'll go to Facebook, and then I will do an actual video for this that is live in Instagram if you want to go to Instagram. So I'm going to say, have a wonderful evening. This is the first of many devotional series I'll be uploading. I've got several others I'll be doing, but this is on the Shemitah. So we'll be discussing Jonathan Cahn and comparing verses and biblical lit and history. So I've got a lot to power pack for a week. So we will be chomping little at a time for the first week. So this is just the first video that outlines the book, the mystery of the Shemitah, and why is it important for us and my Christian brethren to understand. So hopefully we can break it down, and Jonathan will break it down in a way that we can understand it. But I give you the definition. It's a sabbatical year of 7. Every 7 there's a jubilee. Then that is added to every 49 there is a 50th jubilee where everything rests. So it's based on jubilee cycles and how the Shemitah affects the jubilee. So we'll go into that and see what he says and how it applies to the Bible and the understanding of the Bible and how God works. So hopefully we get a lot of gleaming and a lot of understanding of the Hebrew aspect of the Bible and why it's so important to understand it and not just look at it as linear, but take the perspective and look at it as a circle or cycle repeating itself. The Jewish Shemitah, or in this case, the sabbatical 7 years, is based on an agricultural society. So you got to think as agricultural, not modern. So they base it on holidays. They base it on all those things. So we'll go take a look at that and break it down individually. So I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom to you. You have a wonderful evening. This is the first post of many, and we'll be doing many, many, many studies from this. So we've got 8 months exactly. That means 1 chapter a week for 8 months. So every 4 weeks, maybe 5, we'll be covering a little bit extra on one of them. For instance, like section 2 has 5, I believe. Yeah, it has 5. The first one only has 4 or 3. So there'll be 1 week we'll be going into part 2 that will be part of part 1 and part 2. So most of them are divided in 4s. I've got a couple that are 5. So, but it doesn't really matter. We're just going to take it by an ear and go month by month. As we go along, things will start dwindling. So, but I'm going to let you go this evening. I will be posting our devotionals for this week tomorrow. And they will be a total of 4 readings. And then I will be starting a series for men where there'll be a reading that will be based on the radical wisdom. So I hope to see you there. I hope you enjoy my videos and learn from them, and I'll glean what you glean. So have a wonderful evening, and Shabbat Shalom to you.